So I wear this watch here, but I can't tell time. What? So, okay, I can tell if I look, but you know how people be like, oh, it's 4:73, 4:73, 4:45. No, it's 4:45.
Wait, 5:13?
No,
It's
4:45, 4:45.
Yeah.
I don't know what I just looked at. I have no clue what this says. Okay, tell me if this is the right time. The little one has me at
Adrian.
Okay, serious question. How did people get around before the GPS? Like, did you guys actually pull a map and like draw lines to your destination? But then how does that work when you're driving by yourself, trying to hold up the map and drive? Like,
This is how to change a hubcap. Part 1. Go! Go.
Did you see that jerk?
Man, what the hell was that? Like, what?
Yeah.
Where do I put it? On the ground? Who needs a man? Who needs a man? Not me, baby. Not me.
Is it? Oh my. That's not oil. Now oil is coming, you see?
Who needs a man?
Oh, well, well, well.
Wow. Average independent woman. How did this grow a 5-minute job? Maybe the bear would help. It's crazy.
The world is getting so contradicting. It's actually insane that they get away with some of the stuff that they post on the internet. I want to talk about something that I saw this morning. It's from New York Post, and it's saying more women are skipping college to make 6 figures as electricians, car mechanics, and truck drivers. So it's just a random fact that they're pushing onto the internet. They're just basically saying, oh, and look at the pictures. Can I just show you the pictures? Okay. And then there's a woman who reposts it, putting her own opinion, putting her own twist on it, saying, since men are too busy with podcasts, someone has to do the real jobs.
It's kind of crazy that women can just say that thing without any consequences. Imagine a man trying to say the exact same thing. Like, women are busy being boss bee, that they no longer want to work a traditional woman job. A basic stuff that we all want a wife to do. All of a sudden you will be cancelled because you're all of a sudden misogynistic and you're controlling and all that stuff that they try to label men.
Men were working the real jobs. Men still work the real jobs. Women never gave men the credit for working these jobs. They were just jobs. They were just doing the bare minimum. But now, since a woman is doing it, it's a real job. What?
Yeah, I've seen a clip where a woman saying that the men who are drivers and doing all these blue-collar jobs are not doing a real job or something along the line, or she would not date such kind of guys because that's not a real job. That's their mentality, man. Come on. If I found the clip, I will insert it here.
And for you high value men that think that it's high value to work for the city,
Let me tell you something. You're absolutely wrong, all right? No police officers, no firefighters, no construction workers, no mailmen, no post office. There's nothing high value about making $70,000 a year. You guys need to go get some real careers, okay? Become an entrepreneur or something, all right? Own a Lamborghini or something, like around here in a Toyota and thinking that you're a high value man.
Bitches be tripping.
Concept of women wanting their own empowerment, but also wanting their man to have this real job. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. This woman contradicts herself by saying that men are too busy with podcasts. But didn't you want a man in finance? Didn't you want a man of high value? Didn't you want a man that made money? Because with a podcast, you can make lots of money. You can be this high value man with a podcast. You can still be a high value man working this real job. But the women were complaining about that too.
You can't win with these people.
We as women, we complain about absolutely everything. Absolutely everything. We can't ever be happy. When a man has a real job, it's not a real job, it's just a job. But when a woman has a job, it's a real job.
No, that doesn't make any sense.
What? Make it make sense. Make it make sense. We are getting carried away as women. We are getting carried away
One
with...
thing I like to point out here, like in my previous videos, if you have seen where the topic was about video games and men's hobbies, the key point was a woman disliked men just sitting at home. Regardless of he was working or just watching TV, they just disliked that because it was not generating revenue of some sort. But on the other hand, if the man was streaming the video game and earning a lot of money, all of a sudden it doesn't matter because now she can spend that money. So all of a sudden that's a real job to this woman.
And let me just get one thing straight. There is a massive difference between sport and games and video games. When you're playing sport or you're playing card games or board games, you are connecting with the people that you're playing those things with. You are not taking out of reality. And I'm sorry, but unless your partner is making millions of dollars off of video gaming on Twitch, I don't see a point.
To clarify, women are not doing these jobs. I've been a builder for 40 years. No women are coming into our fields. This is a complete and total lie. A lot of us men have stopped caring what women think because it changes from one minute to next. But thank you for calling attention to this BS. Exactly. A woman would find out very quickly how hard life really used to be if men were no longer around to do the hard stuff. Kudos to you for realizing it. See, men have waken up, men adapt. If you don't want us, we will not help you. As simple as that.
So she blocked me and my video got deleted. So what we will do now is run it back. First of all, this was your video. You took pride in being a firefighter and being miserably out of shape. You can't do a push-up, a pull-up, and you're trying to turn it into some sort of positivity post. Dude, it's not gonna happen. This is embarrassing. Your job depends on your physical abilities to help other people, and you can't even carry your own weight. You are a liability. I then went on to say that by trying to spin this into a positivity post, you are being disrespectful to the females on every fire department ever who has worked their ass off to gain the respect of the guys and a position within that department. So I will not walk my statement back. Even if you blocked me, it's your video, dude, and it had gone viral way before I got to it.
This woman on the game show Fort Boyard is a firefighter.
I hope they've taught you how to knock down doors.
Definitely.
In you go.
Oh no! This is tough.
As high as you can.
Yes.
As high as you can. As high as you can.
Take a bigger run up. She's a hard lady.
Come on, Jane. Remember the elbow.
Sit,
Big run, as fast as you can.
That's
and
it,
high.
go for it.
High.
Oh, really? So close.
As fast as you can. Well done.
Get on. Oh.
Come
That was such a great effort.
Okay.
Yeah, I think just 2 more throws and you would have been there, but that's tough for you.
A man with no firefighter training has no trouble with the same task.
It's a bit of an ouchy one, I think. Be aiming higher, that's it. Has he got it? It's on the floor.
Wow, would you look at that? Who would have guessed a man would do this better? I mean, women can be strong, but of course, in a time of emergency and stuff like this, where you're stuck in a fire, risking your life, you want someone to rescue you as soon as possible, and you don't want someone like that previous woman jumping around, having fun of whatever she was doing, trying to struggle with everything. You don't want that.
Oh, okay, brilliant. He's got the key. Come out. Yeah, okay, fab. Brilliant. Well done.
A woman can actually fail the physical component of the fireman test and still become a firewoman to meet female quotas. Firewomen are paid exactly the same as firemen, who are more physically able and better suited to the job. This is wrong, and a very substantial pay gap should exist in the fire service, and also other services. That's right, you heard it here first. Male soldiers, male police officers, and male firefighters should be paid more than women. This is not about being unfair to women, it's about being fair to men, and recognizing their greater efforts, their greater abilities, and their greater risks.
Exactly, it's like someone doing a job so badly, but still has to get paid like someone who's like a top performer in the same company. Makes no sense.
So, dear women, you want to pay attention to this a lot, because guess what? Your jobs have disappeared. And how do I know this? Because I've been looking into this AI thing and starting to appear up all over the news. So the white-collar jobs are disappearing. If you don't know what a white-collar job is basically anything in an office environment. So the cushy office jobs where you do things, paperwork, all the rest of these jobs are starting to disappear. These are primarily the jobs that women are currently fighting for. These are currently the jobs that women primarily have access to. These are the ones that women get hired for. These are the menial office jobs where it's kind of nice, it's a cushy little job. You sit around, you talk with your people, you play on your computer, whatever else. That is being replaced by AI. Pretty much, at this point, you need to be a blue-collar worker, because we can teach an AI how to deal with a spreadsheet, but you can't teach an AI how to change a tire, you can't teach an AI how to build a road, you can't teach an AI how to do oil. So you really have about 2 choices coming up in life here in the very, very near future, because this is already being implemented into companies, and they're already starting to wipe out the entire middle class. And it's not sexist, because it wipes out man and woman equally. You need to either learn a hard skill, a hard, laborious skill, and learn how to work within one of our dirty jobs, or you're going to have to learn how to be a traditional stay-at-home wife. I can already feel the hate in the comments.
Yeah, there was some hate in the comments, but there were not many comments, so I don't feel like showing them. Just wanted to, of course, hating on this guy. Let's see what women do when they're trying to work those blue-collar jobs. Here are some clips.
Generation is full of masculine women because men aren't men anymore. Women are constantly in grind mode. Women are constantly doing everything on their own. Women cannot depend on men for anything. Her being in her masculine energy is a defense mechanism, because if she doesn't do it, no one else is going to. And the last thing she wants is another man wasting her energy and taking more from her. Not every woman has to be put in this box of cook me dinner, make me babies, keep quiet. Some of us were born to run the world.
Is this AI taken too far? Sheelux, a UK lifestyle and fashion publication, has just launched their new AI employee, Reem. They announced Reem on their Instagram, introducing her as their new AI enhanced team member. It feels a little dystopian to watch a brand launch a brand new employee that is completely AI. Sheelux has faced a lot of controversy for launching an AI employee, particularly because her appearance is of a woman of color, begging the question around whether or not they could have just simply hired a human instead of an AI person. Sheelux had to scramble and post an apology within the first few days of launching Reem, and they clarified that that Reem was created in partnership with a Middle Eastern AI imagery creator. It really does make you wonder what the future of AI is going to look like when there is no legislation and protection against AI being used in place of human roles. It really does beg the question around whether or not this is morally acceptable when we think about the future of AI and employees in media, marketing, and journalism. If copywriters and writers are going to be replaced by chatbots and the image and likeness of that person is going to be completely AI generated, then are we staring down the barrel of only AI generated content as part of our future? Or are we going to do everything that we can to ensure that human jobs are protected and that human content is prioritized and celebrated just as much as something that is AI generated? Is this AI taken?
Funny how when it affects women, all of a sudden they talk about if this is morally right or wrong and all that crap. When it affects men, don't care. All of a sudden it's progressive with diversity and all that crap they try to say. Funny how that works.
A new study shows that women will be disproportionately impacted at work by AI and are 1.5 times more likely to need to change jobs by the end of the decade. News Nation business contributor and New York Post reporter Lydia Moynihan joins us right now. Okay, what is it saying? What kind of threat is it posing to us, Lydia?
We really bear the brunt of it. We make less than men, and now we're more likely to lose our jobs to robots than men too. Yeah, it's going to impact women 50% more than men. They're estimating 12 million jobs will be killed by 2030, and that's because women disproportionately are working in fields that deal with clerical work, customer service, things that would be impacted by tools like ChatGPT. The study notes that a lot of minorities will also be impacted. So not necessarily a lot of encouragement on that front, but the study does encourage people to look at other options like working in healthcare or industries that will be expanding in the future.
Okay. Jobs that will be most adversely affected, news anchors in that category?
No, you are safe, Adrian. I think of anyone, you will always have a job.
Thank you, Lydia. I needed that pep talk because God forbid a robot comes in to edge me out.
No robot can replace you. You are irreplaceable.
Thank you. Oh, so sweet. Thank you, Lydia.
Darren loved the news reporter. Like, she asked the question whether this AI stuff will affect her job. And when she realized that it isn't going to affect her, even in future, all of a sudden she doesn't care about this anymore. Thank you, AI. Finally putting women back where they need the most. Home. Why should we trust this study? Hopefully it will. Now they can't snitch on men or sleep their way up the ladder. Exactly. Of course, they're likely to be victims of AI. After all, they're always victims. Well, that's true.
And overall, some 12 million people could need to look for new work by 2030 because of this shifting landscape. But women and people of color disproportionately represent the workforces of these sectors, which means they will be disproportionately affected by these changes.
Always trying to use that woman card or the people of color card all the time, just to show that how much of a victim they are in all scenarios. Anything that happens, they are always the victim, as if this won't affect those men working in those sectors. It's crazy how their brain works. Now, of course, we cannot end the video without talking about the actual thing the AI is going to take from women, and that is the marketplace, because the AI ones are already doing that in some capacity. Let's see what we got here today.
I mean, the first time I heard of it, robot was probably maybe 10 years ago, and it was this video, and a bunch of people, I was in graduate school, sent me this video because I knew what I was studying sex, and it was, I don't know if either of you, Jamie, has seen this video, but it went viral, and it was this early version of a sex robot, but it was like the silicone face with a wig, and I'll say she was eating a banana, but she wasn't actually eating a banana, and it was basically like this head attached to a broomstick and had a sheet over it. And so you couldn't see the rest of the robot. You just saw the face of it. But then the manufacturer shows you it's just like a broomstick. So what I thought was interesting is that even though it looks so hilariously bad, that there was obviously a market for it because so many people were interested in looking at this video, and also that people were buying this product. But now you fast forward, I think it was like 5 years ago, there was a huge, I would say, not moral panic, but there was a lot more discussion about it. They said the robots are coming. I don't think the technology was quite there yet. I wrote about it quite a bit at the time. And now they're saying in probably another year or two, it's going to be really coming in terms of the popularity that these robots are going to be incorporated into everyday life in some cases. Because when I think of social media, the internet, AI, like you said, is becoming so mainstream and so ubiquitous. What's going to happen when we have these robots that are now being integrated into human life? And what happens when the technology does get so good that, they are more human-like and they are able to meet people's emotional needs and maybe even physical needs? What's going to happen to us then?
Yeah, we're going to stop breeding. I mean, maybe that's the AI's plan. It's to not exterminate the human race, but to give them options so that they just completely stop reproducing, make the options far more attractive. And in a way, we've kind of done that, like with video games.
Shut the f*** up about blaming everything on video games and all that nonsense. The real reason men are stepping away is because the women aren't worth it. Like, even if you do, even there's a perfect wife out there, the laws are not helping men. Because we all know it's not your woman, it's just your turn. You just never know when her feelings might change and all that stuff. It's a very risky stuff. Having kids and making kids is not a problem. It's not a problem even now. It's just men don't want that risk because it's not worth it.
Like how in video games and just being online, I mean, I'm sure you've seen the statistics of how many people are single today and how many men have gone more than a year without any sex.
Yeah, I have the stats here. It's 30% of male millennials and 20% of women.
It's wild.
Yeah, that's a lot.
It's crazy.
This modern woman better start developing personalities and sense of humor real damn quick. A high-tech robot woman is still cheaper than a real thing. See? It's very convenient, and this kind of thing could actually be really popular. The year is 2035, most men have forsaken women, robots, and women cry. They cannot love you like a real woman, the men reply, neither can you. True, we all know they want you for your money. Love is not their first priority, we already seen that. Robots doesn't care if we're shorter than 6 foot or make less than 6 figure. Exactly.
This is how much I make in a week as a Miami stripper. Today is Tuesday. I never work Tuesdays, but this is the start of my work week and I made $1,650. Okay, so I'm leaving work. Tonight is Wednesday and I made $3,830. Woohoo! It's definitely a good night. Okay, so it's Thursday now, but I worked last night, Wednesday, and I made $3,274. Definitely a really good night. Okay, so last night was Thursday. I worked from 10:30 p.m. until 6 a.m., and I was there counting money until 9 a.m., and I made $3,745. Definitely a good night. It was a long night though, and I'm starting to get sick. Okay, so this is from Saturday. I made $2,200.
The prettier and more successful you are, the harder it is to date.
Interesting perspective. Let's hear some more about this.
So many women that I know that are super hot are single.
Okay, and?
And also for me, the more successful I get, I feel like the harder it is to date because all of a sudden the layer of BS that you were kind of falling for before because you thought, oh yeah, I got to put up with it or it's normal. All of a sudden you're like, wait a second, I don't actually need this.
So nothing about one's physical appearance actually changed, just one's attitude. Got it.
The more good looking you are, there is this thing that happens where boys think they need to humble you. They're so mean to me. They're so much meaner to me now than before I was successful and before I kind of came into my own.
No, that's not normal. What type of guys is one hanging around?
They were so much nicer to me, and now it's they really make it their job to humble me.
Maybe it has something to do with the attitude. There is a fine line, after all, between being confident and being pompous.
For real, the hotter you are, so many hot women that I know, they're all single. Literally, so many successful women, 90% of hot and successful women that I know, they're all single. And I'm like, why?
Very simply, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what a person looks like and how good looking they are. Some individuals just aren't willing to put up with a bad attitude.
So what's your take?
My take is that all guys think they want to date the like cool, hot, artsy, baddie girlfriend with like baby bangs and a bad father, but that's actually not the case at all. What all guys in New York want is to date the like candid girlfriend. You can trademark that. Candid girlfriend is a girl who's like 5'5.5", naturally thin, has mousy brown hair no longer than shoulder length. She's like from New Hampshire, maybe studied art history, and I would say the biggest part of her personality is that she like loves pomegranate. And her boyfriend thinks that's like so quirky and adorable.
100% agree.
She's never the like overt center of attention, but her boyfriend is always posting film photos of her, hashtag 35mm, on his Instagram story. And she's always just kind of like, the candid girl is the patient zero of the pick-me girl. She's not even trying to be pick-me. She just authentically has nothing going on in her brain. Pick-me girl is a girl who pretends to be interesting and unique to get attention. This girl just has nothing going on in her brain. She like likes good pottery.
And so all guys want that?
All guys want that because they can make a muse out of her. Also, this girl is always referred to as this one in the caption of the photo. Happy birthday to this one. And it's always like a photo of the back of her head. They're like in Tokyo on vacation in the spring. Do you know what I'm talking about? They like both love Japanese culture, but they're both white. I've really only seen her on like the third slide of like an IG photo dump on her boyfriend's Instagram. I would love to meet one of them. I'm a girl's girl. I want to see you up close. I want to touch your skin. Her name's Emily. They're taking the hot men.
They're taking the hot men. Wow, gotta love this delusional woman. I don't know if this is skit or whatnot. You guys can let me know. But this was really intriguing. Like, it's kind of stupid, but also intriguing.
I say I never want children, and also I don't want to get married.
Oh, so you tell them up front, I don't want to have children.
That's right.
And I don't want to marry you.
That's right. That's.
She doesn't want kids, and she doesn't want to get married. She's 53, and she doesn't want kids. Ma'am, you cannot have them even if you want to. Stop the cap.
They'll say, oh, well, he didn't want to marry her, or, you know, he didn't want her. And it's like, no, you don't want that.
Why did we give the men the choice?
Right.
Right? Why do we have to wait for them to ask us to marry us?
Right.
You know, ask us to go on a date. It's up to us to do that and make that decision. It's our lives together, right? So why does it always have to be in their hands?
It's very lonely in Australia. Yeah, it's such a different thing. And don't get me started on the dating stuff.
Well, that leads us to the topic for today, which is also not a vibe, which is dating in Australia.
Dating in Australia
versus dating anywhere else.
Guys, I just came back from overseas and like, God, like it's such a different vibe.
It's actually scary.
It's
here.
Yeah, it's scary, yeah. It's really scary. I just know, and I know so many people that are moving overseas to find the love of their life because they're just not meeting people here that put their emotions on the line and actually like put themselves out there. I was speaking to my girlfriend and she was saying she went out on the weekend, she saw this guy that we both knew, didn't give her anything, didn't say one word. And then when she got home, he was messaging her how beautiful she looked, all this stuff. And she was like, where was that energy when I saw you?
It's so unattractive.
And it's just so like the Australian man, so scared to put himself out there, so scared to get rejected, so scared to do anything. Like, what would go wrong with you going up to a woman and telling her she's beautiful? Like,
well, he could be called as a creep. He could be insulted if you don't like the way he looks. Or worst possible scenario, he could get some criminal charges. You women don't understand the actual risk. You just imagine that some good-looking guy will come, ask you out, and happily ever after. That isn't how reality works. And men live in reality. And reality is that men can be just put in jail for silly reasons. Why would you want to take that risk?
it's the worst thing that's going to happen. She's going to be like, go away. Like, everybody likes to hear that they're beautiful. Rather than in Lebanon or even Europe, like, men do the most to get your attention and to keep your attention and to like
wow you, to impress you. It's like here there's like no desire to impress a woman. It's like take her out, kind of not make a plan, kind of not make effort, kind of put the ball in her court, or too afraid to go up to her, and then it's kind of all on her to steer it, and then you end up fucking her over anyway because you're either, I don't know, stingy, lack of effort. It's just like very low maintenance, very low
It's
effort,
low
very
risk,
low everything.
low reward. Like, what men are you winning here? Yeah. You know, like, how is this man going to protect you? How is this man going to be the person that raises your children, raises your boys, raises your girls? How is he going to be the king of in a daughter's eyes? I really wonder that. Like, for example, I went to the gym in Lebanon. I was working out and then I was waiting for my Uber at the front. This guy was trying to get my attention, was like, you catch an Uber, no way, I'm going to get my driver to drive you there. And like, he was just so gentleman the way he went about it. I was like, no, because I didn't know him. And then I was like, okay, like whatever. And then like, then when I got there, he got the driver to message him and he messaged the driver saying, ask her for a number so I can make sure that she gets to her friend's place. Okay. Like, he did it in a very smooth way. It was very thought out. And that's like every second person. They're doing the most to impress you because they know that like men are hunting. It's a very classical, let's say, biological, gendered, back in the old days where men try to impress you and yeah, I don't know what it is here. Like,
see another double standards, expecting men to do all the traditional stuff. Meanwhile, you don't even qualify to be a traditional wife, let alone you doing something traditional for that guy. But that aside, did you just guys see that she mentioned the guys are going above and beyond to get the attention or doing the most for getting these girls? But where is that guy? If he was doing all this, you should be responding to that kindness and maybe you would be in relationship with that guy because you make it sound like that's how men should be. But then again, you're here, alone, single, complaining about it. So what point did that prove? Even the guy simping around or being nice or kind doesn't get any shot. I wish the both of you good luck with cats and mine in your 40s. That's exactly what's going to happen to them. Just wondering, what did the Lebanese guy get after doing all that simping? Exactly. He got nothing, no relationship, no nothing. Why is dating in Australia so miserable? Maybe stop going for the same guy and keep your legs closed.
Imagine being born because your mother needed $40 and your daddy had it.
Yo, shout the season, man. You know why I pulled you over? Because I'm black? Yeah. No. Your wife fell out of the car about a mile back. No wonder it was so quiet.
You're either gonna do it right now or I'm done with this.
You're not done with anything, and I'm not doing it on camera in front of strangers. I don't know. Give me my phone. Bro, I swear to God. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you dead ass? Are you dead ass?
No, are you dead ass? You talking about some fucking
Cash at me right now. Cash at me right now.
Cash at me is crazy.
Say that shit again. Say that shit again.
See asshole.
Oh my God. You broke my shit. You're giving me my money and you're cash at me right now. I swear to God. I'm not.
Why you just sitting there like that?
I'm playing with you, bro. You taking one word.
Oh
and doing all
my
this shit. You nigga.
I was taking photos because it was really aesthetic. And this guy goes, "Can I take a photo of you?" And I was like, "No." He goes, "Why?"
I've had people come up to me. I was
so
like,
weird.
not like, can I take a photo
with
you, but of you.
No, thank you.
Yeah, that's so weird.
So weird, dude. Say it, look at me and then go like this. And be like, that's so weird. I'll be right back.
Oh, Zach!
You women want the truth, but then when the truth is something you don't want, we have the problem. No, it can't work that way. Like, my wife keeps giving me pop quizzes, and she don't like that I'm brutally honest. She came home the other night, she goes, "Can I ask you a question? And can you answer it truthfully without worrying about my reaction?" Yeah, I can't wait. She goes, "I'm going to ask you, and I want you to answer quickly so I know your answer is the truth." I said, "Go ahead." "Am I your best friend?" "No." She goes, I'm not your best friend. No, you're not even 8th on the list. Stupid question. She goes, how come? Give me a reason. I'll give you a couple reasons. I like fishing, you think fish smell. I like hunting, you think it's cruelty to animals. I like golf, you think it's for old people. I like baseball, you think it's slow. I like basketball, you think it's fast. I like football, you don't understand the rules. I like playing video games, you think they're made for kids, and you don't even watch porn. How the fuck are you my best friend? We have nothing in common. She goes, we have 2 kids. That should have been your first clue. I would have never got my best friend pregnant. That's stupid.
I know that.
Okay, put the bag in the front. I can fit back here.
Everything will be out of balance now. Please, no. They see, all the things is different now.
I can fit. We're gonna make it work.
We can't. Sorry, we can't. It's not because I just changed my tire. My suspension. I just changed it last week.
But I'm late for my
No,
flight.
I get that.
We have to go.
These small cars, their sensor. Once anything is out of whack, the sensor will start going up. I know my car. No, let me. I know that.
Give it up! I don't have much.
Hey, look at me.
I can't see.
Look at me.
I can't see.
You scared?
Yes, I am scared.
You should be. You're getting pranked right now.
Son of a bitch.
Like, share, and subscribe.
License and registration. Alright, can you get out of the car so I can check your car?
What's it?
Can you get out of the car so I can check your car? Like, can you step out, please? Alright, everything's good. You can go home. Your car's good.
Huh?
You can go home.
Okay, see.
What? No, go home.
Yeah.
No, go home.
Aquí?
No, go home.
Casa.
Ir a pa la casa. Puedes ir.
¿A mi casa?
Yes.
¿Mi casa? Oh.
House, yes. You can go home.
Oh, okay.
I know you're gonna be mad at me, but I'm cheating on you.
We have one thing in common.
Wait, what? Who is she?
You mean who are they?
What the hell do you mean?
You know, Emily, Stephanie, Maria, Daniela. The list really keeps going.
How could you do this to me?
I didn't do it to you. I did it to all of you.
Am I not good enough for you?
No, not really.
There's nobody prettier than me.
I hate to disagree. Everybody's prettier than you. My uncle is prettier than you.
What's going on?
What's happening? What's happening?
Getting at work.
We already in the grind.
Getting at work. You already know how I go.
Give you a little something extra.
Oh yeah, go
Show
ahead.
you everything is possible. Nothing's impossible.
Get them right, coach. Get them right. Get them right, coach. Coach, you good?
You know, I don't think it's right when men always say to women, get back in the kitchen, that's where you belong. That's not cool at all.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, how are they going to clean the rest of the house if they're always in the kitchen?
So what'd you decide on?
This fucking fifth of maker should do us pretty good, bro.
Well, what about this fucking half gallon?
Goddamn, dude, what the fuck?
Well, I thought you wanted to fucking get drunk and drink by the fire.
Yeah, drink by the fire, not fall into the fucking fire, David.
Well, goddamn.
Hey, what time do you guys close?
We close at 3.
But it's 1:32.
1, 2, 3.
Who are safer drivers, men or women? Well, according to a new survey, 55% of adults feel that women are most responsible for minor fender benders, while 78% blame men for most fatal crashes. Please note that the percentages in these pie graphs do not add up to 100% because the math was done by a woman. For those of you hissing at that joke, it should be noted that that joke was written by a woman. So now you don't know what the hell to do, do you? No, I'm just kidding. We don't hire women.
What kind of names were these kids calling you at the pool?
Meathead, Fatso, Wide Butt, Lally the Whale.
Porky, hog, fat ass, double wide, butterball, those sorts of things, right?
Yeah.
What kind
Warner Brothers is producing a new movie in which Superman is black. And a black Superman actually makes a lot of sense when you remember that Superman was abandoned by his parents as a baby. Well, I knew you'd like that one, so here's another one. Warner Brothers is producing a new movie in which Superman is black. In this version, black Superman's kryptonite is an honest day's work. And before I go, I just thought of another punchline for that black Superman story.
He's so happy, bro.
Superman will be referred to as the Man of Steel, spelled S-T-E-A-L.
You think one is cool? I'm about to do 3. What? 1, 2. You think?
What's the freakiest thing you've ever done?
Probably this interview.
What do you mean we haven't even done anything?
You suck my just back there.
Oh! Okay.
Anyways guys, that's it for this video. If you enjoyed, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Comment your opinions in the comment section below. Help the channel. That's it. Here are some more videos of interest that you can watch. That's it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next one.